Hi, this is Abby, and this video is on Moon in Aquarius. So, the moon in the chart represents the parent that was most nurturing during the child's development. Usually it's the mom, and in adulthood, basically after age 6 or 7, it represents your instinctual reaction to the world. So, if you have Moon in Aquarius, you view your mom as a bit eccentric. Moon in Aquarius is said to be basically an emotional body that's been cut off due to some sort of trauma. So that Moon in Aquarius, kind of like Moon in Capricorn, is very like you can't tell what their emotions are, but Capricorn specifically controls their emotions for socially appropriate situations, whereas Aquarius is detaching themselves emotionally. So your emotional reaction to the world is to detach and intellectualize. And it's been said that it's because you had some sort of emotional trauma when you were younger that basically taught you to cut off your emotion and to try to intellectualize it. Whether you did or not, it's up to you. Only you can tell if you can remember. But you saw your mom as someone who was kind of like that, like quirky, eccentric, had her own way of doing things, like total individual. Was all about anti social conformity, because Aquarius hates conforming. So your mom probably encouraged you to be like your own person. And maybe like the rules weren't always the same. Like they might have been kind of like, changing depending on like her current views on things. But which may be why you stopped being like emotional about things, because you wanted to read the situation. Don't know. But you, as a result, as an adult, you sort of have this like humanitarian thing about you. Aquarius is very humanitarian. So Aquarius moon is all about the underdog, the person that is suffering, the person that gets ignored. Like they are an advocate for that person. So if you have moon in Aquarius, you have a real soft spot for people that are like outside of the norm and kind of get scapegoated for it, because you actually feel that way inside whether or not you show it. You feel detached from everyone else. You feel emotionally distant, and you are kind of emotionally distant. Like if something happens to you, you're probably not going to cry in front of people or like yell and get angry. You might get angry like suddenly, because Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, which is a planet of like just unexpectedness, like chaos almost. You can't really tell what it's going to do. And I know a lot of moons in Aquarius moons, people with moon in Aquarius, and they do have that sort of emotional detachment usually. Like they'll just sort of start theorizing things, and like they don't really like to cry in front of people, but at the same time, like they can just like on a moment's notice, they can snap and just get all pissed. It's usually people that have too much air in their chart for some reason. I don't know why. But Aquarius is an air sign, so what they like to do is they kind of like to turn to like unusual subjects and study them, and they're kind of shy. Like that's kind of a thing that people don't realize about Aquarius, is they can just seem like they're not interested or they're not like participating, but they're kind of shy about stuff because they feel different. They're the opposite sign of Leo, and Leo always wants to be the center of attention. So a Leo moon is most comfortable in the spotlight, getting attention, like with people looking up to them and appreciating them. Aquarius moon is like it's very emotionally discomforting for them to be sort of have that limelight on them, and they feel most comfortable when others are getting the attention and when they can sort of just take a step back and kind of be a wallflower and sort of just observe from far away. So if you're a man, you have that But you also look for a woman that kind of exemplifies like just that very original, like individualized person, someone who's a freedom lover, someone who's like anti like social norms, and just like kind of lives outside on the fringe of life, you know, maybe has like odd interests like astrology or just anything. Oh, very, also Aquarius is very technological. They love technology, so you might just have a huge affinity for like cutting edges of on the science subject of science on the science front. um, and you might like a lot of technology, like you might secretly like hoard the latest, like I don't know, like the Amazon Fire Stick. You might have been like the first to order that, or you know, the new iPad. You might just be like, oh, I need it. But then again, I know a moon in Aquarius, my aunt, who like doesn't know anything about technology, like computers, forget it. But she does have very interesting like knowledge base, like a huge knowledge base, and she is really intellectual. She's a librarian, really wicked smart. And the other thing about Aquarius moon is like you have anything with Aquarius has some sort of just genius quality about it, and it's almost like you can't even explain how you know things or how things come to you, and you would never really want to say like, oh, it's just like intuition, because Aquarius is of the mind, so it theorizes things, but you just get flashes like lightning of things, which is very cool. Like Aquarius is like the kid that can play Mozart at age 4. You know, like you can't explain it. How does a 4-year-old know how to play piano so well? You can't explain it, but you know, some people will try. So that's kind of Aquarius. And if you're a woman, you just exemplify these qualities. You might not be very emotionally able to express yourself, but in private, you can like cry, and you might have outbursts sometimes, like just out of nowhere. You might just be like really super crazy, but that's okay. That's you. That's you, Aquarius moon. You be your unique individual self. Okay, so that's Aquarius moon, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them. Thanks for watching.